baby. Season 4, episode 9. In case you're keeping track on the calendar, I'm sure you have a countdown right now. So we're heading for 52. 9 of 52. Who cares? Paul, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. What's going on is it's Mardi Gras season. Yes, it starts this Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. It actually started long before. But it doesn't matter. I'll explain it all. Because it's Mardi Gras cocktail time. And it's hard to believe that we've gone to New Orleans so many times for a cocktail. And yet there's still one more that we've not done. And it's perfect for tonight. It's the Brandy Crusta. Yeah, we haven't done it. Of course we haven't done it. But we're doing it tonight. Folks, come on in. It's the Catholic season. It's the time. We're giving up. It's the Catholic season. Yeah, this is what we do.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
So Catholics get a season.
We have a season. We do. It's Lent. We give up stuff. We're going to do it. But only after we have a cocktail. Blue Monkey Quarantina, the only business is Catholic business. Just kidding. Here we go. Woo! Dog, cat. Here we go. Blue Monkey Quarantina. Yes. It is the season of Lent. It is time to give up something. But before we give up anything, let's have one more cocktail. And it's time for the Brandy Crusta. Yes, we're going back to Mardi Gras time. New Orleans. We're going all the way back. Shelby 1699. Now,
wow.
Here's the thing. It goes way further back than that. But I had to pick a stop date, right? I mean, I'm not going back to Roman times and talking about pagan rituals because that's part of all this too. No, I picked a date, and I picked 1699. Shelby asked me why.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because in 1699, Pierre Le Monde, he, French-Canadian explorer, you probably heard of him. Anyway, he's down south, and he's exploring because that's what explorers do. They explore.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so he's down there. Explorers do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're watching it on. That's what we do. Anyway, so it's he's down there. He's exploring, and he realizes that it is Mardi Gras, and he is in the middle of nowhere. He decides to name the area where he is. Basically, he calls it the Point du Mardi Gras. Point du Mardi Gras. And he throws himself a little celebration with all the locals. Yep, he celebrates it in 1699. It's the first documented time of Mardi Gras in the United States. Now, here's the funny thing. You're like, oh my God, that's New Orleans. Nope. Yeah, he was a little further south and east. He was in Mobile, Alabama. So Mobile, Alabama actually on record has the very first Mardi Gras that was ever in the U.S. Yes, sadly, it wasn't until 1718 before we even had New Orleans. Yes, but in 1718, they quickly accepted the idea of Mardi Gras. They ran with it. 1837, through the first parade. Matter of fact, first set of beads thrown out were in 1857. That's when they started parades and floats.
What?
Yeah, I made that part up. Well, the beads part.
I was like,
but that's all we know.
But beads look like
1857 is, in fact, when the first parade with floats was done in New Orleans. So I'm going back to the 1850s, and I'm going to give you the cocktail that was invented then. Yes, in the 1850s, Joseph Santini. So Joseph Santini, he's an Italian bartender. All right. Now, I got to go back, and you should remember this. Not that long ago, I shared a cocktail with you, the a la Louisiane. And during that, I talked about the Sazerac. I also talked about the Vieux Carré. And these cocktails were all known as house cocktails, hotel cocktails, or the a calling card cocktail, right? Remember these? They're all associated with, so the a la Louisiane was actually associated with the De La Louisiane Hotel. The Vieux Carré was the Carousel Bar, right? Well, before all of that, yes, it's true. Before all of that, in 1850s, Joseph Santini, he was tied to the Jewel of the South, and he created his own calling card cocktail, the Brandy Crusta. Yes, this is the first cocktail. It's actually one of the first cocktails, one of the most famous cocktails. Actually, in 1862, Jerry Thomas, not only did he publish it in his cocktail book, it was one of the first 3 cocktails in order of the book. This is big stuff. This is the precursor to the sidecar. It's a precursor to the margarita. For goodness sakes, this is big stuff. And we're going to do it right now. So, it's not a complicated drink. For God's sake, Paul, you said you're going to do these in just under 10 minutes. And I feel like you've already gone 10 minutes. Possible. Shelby, what's our time?
6 minutes.
6. I got 4 minutes. I got this. Anyway, 2 wine glasses. Yes, wine glasses is typically, historically, how this cocktail is made. So we got 2 wine glasses. We'll put some ice in it. Then you take a drink of beer. Pondered face over here. Shelby, question? You're curious.
I'm curious as to how this all comes together, but I'm trusting the process.
Trust the process.
And the only reason why we're drinking beer is because we're ready martinis.
Yes, it's true. It's our Sunday.
I could use another 30 though.
Well, we're not done for the evening. So, a little ice in glass, and then we're coming in. So, it is a brandy crusta. So you need brandy. But if you're brandy, as we remember, is any fruit juice distilled, right, and fermented. But if you really want to go big, you're going to go with cognac. Cognac, right, is a special. It's a cognac region. This is like the champagne compared to sparkling wine. So cognac is like the champagne of brandies. Fair?
Yeah.
White grapes, distilled, fermented. Anyway.
It's the only way I like my grapes fermented.
Amen. So 2 ounces. We're going with Pierre Ferrard. You absolutely want to make sure you have a great brandy or cognac for this evening because there's not much more we're adding to it. So we're going to go 2 ounces each. So,
Yay.
and then 1 for Shelby. Actually 2.
C'est de la Bandon Roulée.
Ooh. So there's our cognac. Then we're coming in with Curacao. Now, one of my dear friends called me. He's like, Paul, do I have all the ingredients for the night? Yeah, by the way, if you are curious about the ingredients for any show, you can text me. If we're that tight, I'll let you know. I'm not putting it on Facebook. I'll let you know if you're curious. He was curious, and I said, here's what you're going to need. He's like, I don't have orange Curacao. So the actual legit recipe, you want orange Curacao. This is the original. Rum-based. Delicious, amazing. But remember, this is a substitute. You can do triple sec, Grand Marnier, or hold on, or Cointreau. Yeah, those are all going to work. And on this one, you're going to go half an ounce, so 1 ounce total for 2. Oh, look at that. So. There's our orange Curacao. And then we're coming in with Maraschino. The original recipe, I will admit, did not have Maraschino Liqueur in it. However, it quickly was adopted and adapted that you would use this. You will see some recipes that will use either a simple syrup or a gum syrup, but most recipes are going to go with a Luxardo. Maraschino Liqueur. I'm always going to go Luxardo. But not much though. It's only 1/4 ounce, so half ounce total for 2. There it is. And then lastly, we're going to come in with some lemon juice.
Hello, Christine. Hope Aruba is amazing right now.
Lemon juice, what do I'm thinking, and I apologize. I need those because I'll show you why. There's one other wonderful part. So cut the tops off those lemons, save those, and then we're going to need 1 ounce total. And if I had to guess, I'm going to say it's going to be 1 lemon. Oh, There it is. So there's our ounce of lemon juice. And then 2 dashes, 4 total of Angostura Bitters.
10 minutes.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then only because we are traditionalists, we're going to go back to...
Love you back, Christine.
The Crusta, and we're going to do emergency. So that's what the C stands for in emergency. Emergent Crusta. Yeah, saving lives and Crusta. So we'll sprinkle that right in there. Boom, there it is. And then the best part, we're shaking it because we've got juice in it. And anytime there's juice, you shake.
I feel like, aren't you supposed to like shake that away from
I am. Class, back to me.
I feel like,
Yeah, you're right.
you're not smiling at me.
You don't want to shake it that way. You shake it this way in case it ever explodes. Paul, has that ever happened? Yes, on this show. In fact, it has. So there we go. So there's our cocktail. Now, here's the amazing thing about the Crusta. So we have chilled glasses. Dump those. Now, it's called a Crusta for a reason. Beer.
Not beer is the reason.
Beer's not the reason. And it's called a Crusta. There are 2 amazing garnishes that go on this.
That smells good from here.
Doesn't it? So Garnish 1 is the reason it's a Crusta. And you want to do a nice, heavy... so take the ends off of those lemons, and we're going to go onto the glass. And we want a nice wide rim. And then we're going to... Oh, look at that.
That's pretty.
Is that not pretty?
It is pretty.
So this is all
right
this
now.
is sugar, and so Garnish 1 is the Crusta, and it's called a Crusta because it's a sugar crusted rim. Now then we're going to pour in our cocktail. Does that not smell delicious?
It really does. And I'm not a Cognac fan, but that smells amazing.
Right. All right. So there's that. Then the next part, and this is the part that a lot of people don't realize, but what really the other part of this garnish is the lemon peel. Now, this is not like any other lemon peel that we've probably done. And what I mean by that is, a lot of times you have a little peel, or you have a wedge, or a horse's neck, which is a very, very long lemon peel. This you want as...
I just saw all of the spritz come off of that. Oh, there we go too. I wish the camera could pick that up.
So this one you want as wide as you can possibly get, and then you want a full... So this is how you know you've got a brandy Crusta. So I'm going to do one more. Again, one that is wide. One's better than the other, I'm not going to lie. But, and then you're going to set this right inside of the cocktail.
That's pretty.
Right? So there it is.
I'm not doing pour cam. Oh. The pour cam wouldn't pick that up.
There it is, folks. So there, my friends, is a quarantine brandy Crusta a la 1850. Thank you, Joseph Santini. And, oh my God, it smells delicious.
Yeah, it does.
Right? I mean, you can smell the whole thing.
Well, I could smell, like, I could see as you're peeling, I could see the spritz off of the essentials coming off the peel, but I can smell everything. It smells delicious.
So, one wide crusted sugar rim. Here we go. Let's see what it is. Oh. Oh my God. So amazing. So that sugar, you get that little sweetness, but then the back end, that cognac, it's actually got a nice smoky.
Really?
Yeah, and then the cherry, again, it's kind of an almond back end note. Oh, man. And then take a peek at this thing. I mean, I'm just going to throw it up here in the camera.
It's pretty.
Look at that. Wait. Oh, see that? Oh, there it is.
And it's supposed to be that much of a difference between...
Yeah, so some people actually, full note, if you do a shorter glass, some people actually, they will barrel. So if you can find a lemon that matches your glass, what they will do is they'll actually cut the ends off like I did, and then they will barrel out, so it's a whole lemon, hollowed out, and then they'll put water on it, and then they'll put it in a glass so it seals. And then you actually, when you drink it, it's actually an extension of the glass. So you actually drink from the lemon peel.
Huh.
I didn't do it because I don't have that glass.
No.
We're learning, folks. Anyway, there it is. That's your quarantine brandy Crusta for the Mardi Gras season. Now, I leave you with this because I have to leave you with something. Well, I leave you with this.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we get a cheers right here?
Yeah.
Give that a try, by the way.
Going in. Oh my gosh.
Is that not delicious?
Yeah.
The lemon.
It tastes like the inside of a lemon head candy.
Right?
Like
Yes.
the inside of it.
Yeah.
Like when you've gone through all the sour,
Yeah. That last bit.
it tastes like the inside of a lemon head.
So, Mardi Gras. So, a few things. I'll leave you with this. Mardi Gras, by the way, we all realize is Fat Tuesday. It is literally Fat Tuesday. That is the French word for Fat Tuesday, right? Mardi is Tuesday, and Gras is fat. And the reason it's Fat Tuesday is because that is the day, especially Catholics, but a lot of other religions, we indulge before we fast, before we hit Lent, the season. So, we feast before the fasting. So a lot of people, we give up stuff, right? You have to pick something you want to give up. And a lot of people say, Paul, because that's my name, Paul, I'm giving up beer. Before you go and give up beer, let me give you a little bit of history about your beer. So, and this is way back, before 1699, the monks we're talking about, they're sitting there and they have to give up. And look, they were hardcore. They didn't give up something. They fasted the entire 40 days, right? That's what they did. That was you want to do something, you fast for 40 days. But to do that, they did not limit their liquids. And one of the things they did is they created a beer for Lent. And it was a very heavy barley malt beer that they created. It was so heavy that it was actually dubbed liquid bread. Mm-hmm. But it was that's what they drank during the time. It was actually the creation of the Bock beer. If you're curious where the name came from, it's because the monks that created it were from Einbach in Germany. So they created the Bock beer, and then they also created a double Bock beer, which was even double. Yeah, you see where I'm going. Well, they felt bad about it. This is the story. The monks felt bad about what they had created. So they loaded up barrels of this Bock beer and took it to the Pope to make sure it was okay for the Lenten season, that this is what they indulged in to fast. Again, there's no limit on liquids during Lent. It's food. So they're fasting, but this was their liquid. So they go to the Pope. Funny thing happened on the way to the Pope, which sounds like a joke. But the beer, because it took so long to get to the Pope, it turned and it got bitter. So by the time they got to the Pope and the Pope tasted it, it was so bitter, the Pope drank it, and he was like, oh my God. He said, this is penance. And you absolutely can drink all you want of this because it's another form of penance during it. So, before you go and give up your beer, folks, the Pope, way back in the 1400s, said it's a penance to drink. And I tell you to go ahead, give up all that food, and have your beer, though. But if you're going to give up something for this Lenten season, I'm going to give you one thing to give up and one thing to pray for. And here's what I say. I say you give up all Russian vodka. Get rid of it. Don't buy it. Go buy other vodka. For God's sakes, buy other vodkas, because we have to make everybody else know that we're supporting them. But get rid of Russian vodka. Don't buy another bottle. And if you're going to pray for anybody, pray for Ukraine. So that's what we're going to do this Lenten season. Folks, to you, I don't know. Which one do I drink? I mean, here, I'll put the beer. Well, hold on.
Well, I say drink the cocktail because the Ukraine's flower are sunflowers and lemons are sunny like sunflowers.
There you go. So, to Ukraine, we pray. Love you guys all. Thanks for coming to another episode. Here we go. And we'll see you next week. What did I go? 10 minutes? 9.
20.
20. God bless it. Pray for me to get quicker. All right, we're out. Love you all. Cheers.